What's up, cultivators? We're here for another episode of CCGO. I'm here with MPL. Can you tell us about your project?
So MPL is called Minority Product Launch. And I was talking earlier about the genesis of this project. To us, we in the tech sector, especially those that have been experienced in startups, they realize that the money and the budget available to minority companies is very, very low. In fact, it dropped by 45% in the past years to now just as little as 2% to Black companies, which means they're not getting money for their innovation. And why is that so? I'll answer that in a minute. But let me give you some numbers that will startle you. 17% of buying power is from minority groups, which means a lot of minorities actually have money to spend. 40% of the consumers in the US are minorities. But the advertising spend from that same group is only about 5%.
Wow.
So let me help you capture that one more time. 40% of the consumers, only 5% of the advertising budget comes from minority companies, which means we're not spending money to gain exposure. While we're not spending money, we don't have that money. And those that have been in startup business, they start a business for their core competency. They don't start it because they're good in marketing. They start it because they're good in what they do. And what happens is when you get what you are good at done, what happens next is to go promote it to the world. Most minority companies get stuck in that area. In fact, what they end up doing is just promoting it to their base. And sometimes if your base says no, your tribe may be outside your base, which means the people that actually favor your product are outside your demographic, and you're just selling to this mini group because that's all you can reach. So Minority Product Launch said, we need to fix this. We need to have a social impact initiative to fix this. How do we fix it? We focus primarily on spending for PR and marketing, which means if you can get your idea past ideation to product, we would facilitate the expenses to help you get it exposed to the world. And we'll do that for a period from the launch period for about 3 months, where we teach you everything. We actually take you to shows. We, like yours, we promote you online just to gain you the visibility you need. Because what has been happening with minority companies, by the way, some of you don't know this, while you're pitching your ideas to VCs, you're actually selling yourself short because your valuation is very low. Because you don't have value. Nobody knows you. So if you sold after you're known, the value they're willing to pay you is bigger than when you're not known. So Minority Product Launch wants to project that. We want to push people out there in the world with products that they've ideated and produced, which, by the way, most other demographic don't have. In fact, most non-minority demographic can only have an idea to be funded. We need to execute to be funded. That's not a negative. That just means the product that comes from you is going to be a little more solid than something that comes from somebody that just got money for an idea. But you have to take advantage of that. And so my goal is to to create a paradigm shift in how we think about going to market. That we don't think about selling to our people, not by Black people for Black people, but by Black people for the world. Wow. Think globally. And if we can change that by actually funding it initially, because nobody will buy into that, Modupe, yeah, good, and Danny, who's going to help me out? Well, we will start that. We will teach you how that works. We will show the world. We'll collect the data and use the data to scale it up for the rest of us. That's the goal of this project. That's
amazing. What made you take on such a big task?
I don't know how to take on small tasks. That's a weird wow. And in fact, 2 of the products going to be released in here was products I also endeavored to co-found and support. One of them is called Their App. It's going to be for the election next year. So you're going to be seeing this product a lot used by people to prepare for the election. Oh, wow. And another one is going to be a social media platform, again, that rivals the Twitters and the rest of those platforms. When you hear somebody, for instance, like Bill Gates, come out and say to you that, if I had my last dime, I would spend it on PR. That's Bill Gates saying that, on PR. Why would he do that? That should be telling. If you see Elon Musk come out and demonstrate the vision he has for his company of products that don't even exist, and people buy stock. They buy stock based on that. Like, look, he has this vision. It's coming. Let's buy more stock. Let's buy more stock.
Tesla truck, people bought it, 4 years beforehand, and they still didn't get it. So, man.
So what we need to do as a group is continue now to begin to project ourselves to the world and present ourselves to the world, because investors are looking to discover you. People are looking to discover you're just not where they can find you. So we need to stop blaming people for not endorsing, for not spending on us. We need to prove ourselves, and we can. We're good at it. We just don't have the last help, the last leg. So I call what we're doing the last leg, which is the leg after you have innovated. Now let's help you out. Now my goal is that, my hope rather, and my vision for this is that most social impact corporations will start spending their social impact funds to support these types of initiative, because there's ROI in it. There's a difference between you just giving your money to Black company and saying I'm helping charity, and I'm actually helping businesses flourish.
Build
That's a
up
big
and
business.
grow.
That's big, right? So folks like you will definitely be part of our partners in this project, because we need people that are focused on this types of content generation to help push this message about this innovation that is coming out of our community.
Cultivating the community and helping it grow and flourish.
Yes.
Wow. So it almost sounded like since you do things big, you saw a problem and you feel the need that you needed. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I went back to myself when I was younger, and I went through one of those incubators, and one of those startup incubators that help you develop your business and do all that stuff. So we actually won grants. I was on award shows.
Oh, wow.
Flew to Kenya, all that stuff. Only to find out that most of those adventures I was having was being taken from the money that I'd actually won. So you win the prize of a VC to say, we're going to fund you, but most of the money that we're going to use to push you around is from your budget.
Come on.
Now it's not, if you think about it, there's nothing wrong with it, other than I wanted to spend that money differently.
Right? Maybe on a business venture, maybe start something new. And
no, you don't take that money. It's for this business. They give you the money for that particular business. But the issue is that you don't have flexibility on how that money is spent. You don't have no flexibility on it, which again is not a bad thing, because VCs are, and I'm not saying VCs are bad, they're actually good. The problem though is that if you as a startup company already have a product when you go meet them, then what you need next is help me tell the world about this product.
Right.
Not give me money to now tell me to come sit in your office so I can pay you salary for sitting there to learn something I don't want to know. What do I mean by that? We cannot be jack of all trades and masters of none. You have your core competency. You don't need to deviate from that. They don't need to teach me everything about business because I want to start a company. They need to align me with partners that can augment my business, right? So that marketing arm of your business is where we want to come in and say, look, we will be that partner, right? If you're shortlisted for our program, we would help you propel forward. So that's where, for me, I can see the value this would have been to me years back. And now that we're here, I have to provide that value for those that are, in the situation I was years back.
That's absolutely amazing. So when it comes to the first event that's coming up, January 29th?
Yes, sir. 24.
24? We'll edit. So for the event coming up January 24th, what is the number one thing you're looking forward to?
Well, I want people to get out of their comfort zones. I want to be disruptive in every way. What that means is I want you to come there. If you are having an idea as a business person, come in there to gain exposure to other business minds, number one. Come see innovators present products in a structured manner that can be propelled into the market. And then come engage potential investors, potential PR people, the likes of your all's company. Come engage people. This is how you flourish. And sign up for our program, because if and when you're ready, we don't want you to leave your core competency. We want to enable your core competency so that we can push it in the market. And that's what I'm looking for. We're looking for more like-minded people that are looking to innovate. And key, we're not, if you look at the structure of my team, right? It's not made of just Black people. We have Hispanic, we have whites, we have demographics. And why is this key for us? Because you're not going to sell to a global market just being Black. In fact, part of the paradigm, I was talking to someone some other day ago, and they were talking about Kanye West and different people that were mentioning in the social culture, saying they're geniuses. I'm like, no matter who you think is successful that is a Black man right now, behind their business are probably Jews or some other race. So don't be fooled when people come to you and say, we got to be for us, by us. And we just got to be in this, microcosm
Box.
of this box. No. They're not making it that way. Why are you telling us that that's all we need to do? No, we gotta sell to the world. The world wants our products. Instead of us to get on social media and say they want to be like us, we should say, yes, want to be like us so we can sell to you. You get the difference?
Yeah.
Like they want to be like you. That's an opportunity. That's a business opportunity. So we need to start taking advantage of those opportunities. And I want to be part of that evolution for our people.
And what better way than doing it with an event?
Yes.
Wow.
Kick it off.
And is this the first event or one of many at this point?
This is the one of many, the very first one. After this event, 3 months after the event, the shortlisted folks we're going to be seeing them all over social media because we're going to be spending money to advertise and push them. And then the next one happens, I think it's going to be in Austin, Texas, and then so on and so forth.
Do you have any success stories from people in the past that walked in the door not knowing anything, not knowing how to move forward and leverage a team, and then left with the ideas and how to go about that?
Yeah, so several examples, to be honest. In fact, in my own core group, we have I have friends that have left their careers into real estate, for instance. And what I've been doing, even Mariah Kate is working on this project. What we've been doing, she's a success story because when we met, she was looking to increase our Airbnb projects and get more properties. And my company invested in her company. And also gave word out on what was going on to other people that had properties they could list to her. So these are the kinds of initiatives we take just within our own core network. But now we want to make it a process that is not just word of mouth between me and a group of friends, but it's actually taking my group of advisors, my friends, my own Jews, and bringing them to the table and say, hey, it's time that you meet the people.
That's amazing. Wow. So here at Community Cultivation Network, we're all about the community. Is there anything that you want to let our community and your community know?
I just want the community, our community, to know 2024 is a different year. It has to be a different year. We cannot be on the same page. The page of where we are content with just where we're at can no longer stand. We have to grow beyond our culture. We have to grow beyond our mindset. We just have to grow. And there's no, it's in fact, it's essential survival of us as a group, minorities in general, depends on your ability to evolve. AI is now here, transitioning people pretty much taking jobs from people. So if you don't evolve, you'll be replaced by even a machine sooner. So it's time to evolve. And we hope to help with that.
It's like a good friend of mine used to say, if you're not progressing, you're regressing.
That's it. And I'll close with this. Greatness happens when opportunity meets preparation. When opportunity and preparation meet each other, greatness happens. So we know that most Black people have been preparing a lifetime. We want to be the opportunity now to combine with them to make them great.
That's amazing. Thank you for another episode of CCGO. Peace.